By the power of nuclear weapon, I don't know how long World War III will be, but I understand one thing. World War III will be ended in 1 second. And by today's news article, we will understand that Russia is not even targeting Ukraine anymore. He even warns that the other country by not crossing their red lines. Let's get back to the news. First line of the news. President Putin has warned that he could hit back against countries supplying weapons being used against targets in Russia. He appears to be referring to the US and UK, who this week gave Ukraine permission to use long-range missiles over the border. The Russian president said his military will respond resolutely in a minor way to an escalation of aggressive action. And look at his face, he's angry and he's getting angry. He said, "We believe that we have the right to use our weapon against military facility of the countries that allow to use their weapon against our facility," Mr. Putin said in the TV address. It was kind of like a serious warning to the other countries that don't bother the war. The war's between Ukraine and Russia. Don't ever bother. Will destroy you if you're sending weapons to them. I would say so is because North Korea is sending troops to Russia to help against Ukraine war. So US and UK did the same thing. But I don't get the points like keeping sending weapons and keep sending troops to make the wars continuously. Well, I don't judge, but you know, for countries they always want to win, but for the people they just want to stop. You know what I'm saying, right? President Putin responded on Thursday by saying his military had tested new intermediate-range missiles in the strike on the Ukraine city of Dnipro. The Russian leader called it the Orsnik, I believe so, Russian of the hazelnut tree, and said air defenses wouldn't be able to destroy it as it travels 10 times the speed of sound. Here is a demonstration how you destroy by 10 times of speed of sound. It said Russia have given notice of the launch through nuclear risk reduction channels. You remember the videos? Oh, if you never watched it, there's a videos called How Kids Learning in the War Zone. And exactly the same here, Kharkiv is very, very close to the war zone right now. And the next target of Russia is Dnipro, which is here. It's getting worse, It's very close to the capital of Ukraine right now. And by the way, if country use nuclear weapon, here is a maps for you where you can hide in the world to avoid nuclear attacks. So you can see there's no way for us to hide. So I was thinking if I'm a Russian soldier right now, I'm very tense in the war right now. On my command, press the red button. But sir, it's a nuclear weapon. No but. For the sake of Russia, press it. Oh, and by the way, for those who don't know, there's a term called mutual assured destruction, which is if one country using nuclear weapon, the other would use the same nuclear weapon at the same time. And actually it keeps to destroy everybody at the same time. Well, they would say actually is to assure the country that have a nuclear weapon to protect themselves. So by the time we get nuke, we were surviving like Fallout. You know the game Fallout? It's describing the world after nuclear weapon, nuclear war. And we're drinking Nuka-Cola in that time. Nobody wants that, right? Me personally, I don't want. Let's get back to the article. Meanwhile, Russia's ambassador told Sky News that Britain officials decided has significantly changed its participation in the conflict. Andrew Kelly said, "Absolutely, Britain and the UK is now directly involved in this war because this firing cannot happen without NATO staff, Britain staff as well." He called it the deliberate cheating of us and said he had received multiple assurances the Storm Shadows will only be used inside Ukrainian territory. However, Russia has long used Iranian-made drones to attack Ukrainian cities. So you can kind of like imagine the map of World War III is NATO versus Russia, North Korea, Iran. Is it similar to your imagination? Is it close to World War? I think it's the same. So, I don't know, please don't happen. No, no more, no more, stop everything. So why I keep saying that it's close to World War III, because you will understand that every country is using advanced weapon, times goes by times. And the other country is sending troops as time goes by. It's keeping like they're making themselves like a tide of powers right now. There's two powers in the world. And how would you think? Is the World War III is beginning already, or will happen very soon? Or we hope it's never gonna happen. Tell me what you think, tell me what you thought. And by the way, this article is talking about the Ukrainian students studying in the war zone. I hope they were getting better soon, getting up to the upper ground and studying, but not in underground or even couldn't study at all. This is the videos.